All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hometown Parade and City Christmas here in downtown Bellefontaine. I'm Tyler Avila with Vito. It's our second year, Lou.
Second year.
Doing the Christmas Parade in downtown Bellefontaine and here in the lovely Jazzercise studio. High above the streets. I guess I was not high above, but we got a good view.
And it's warm in here, too.
Yes. Luckily, it's not as bad as last year. Last year was pretty cold.
Yeah, I think it's in like low 40s, and it's cloudy, no rain until tonight.
Yeah.
So we're safe. And I'm going to tell you, trying to get through that crowd down there. It's
nuts.
It is crazy, and we'll have cameras down there in a little bit. But it is 3 deep, 4 deep.
At least, yeah. The crowd's nice out here. I mean, it's your typical winter night, just a little warmer here in downtown Bellefontaine. Looking at the list, we got 45 total floats here in the parade this year. It's a pretty good number.
I know, 45. I'm not quite sure what the number was last year.
I'm not sure right offhand. I'm sure it's probably about the same, maybe a little more just because it was the year after COVID.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a great night here tonight, and the Citizens Police Academy from the Alumni Association, they'll be kicking things off here soon. They just started leaving the fairgrounds about 4 minutes ago when they departed. But we got a lot of people to thank, though, tonight as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of people. And I also want to thank behind-the-scenes people, not only Ben Joseph, who was the head of this last year, but Mickey Groves, who's done a fantastic job of taking what Ben has done, and they're still working together.
Yeah.
And making it even better. It's super organized this year, and it was last year, but it's like they're going to do a couple changes so we don't have that 45-minute gap beginning to the first float that comes by.
Yeah, that was pretty intense last year. I think we started a little later just because of the wait time, but they did kind of nix the no stopping for the floats. If you get off your float, that's why they stopped, because they were waiting for people to get back on. This year, you got to run up and catch your float if you hop off to play with the crowd. So it should be a fairly quick parade in the sense of just time-wise and the no stopping.
Well, last year it was longer than the Macy Day Parade. But because I think the Grinch got off and they waited for him to come back on. But they're changing a few of the rules, and I think they're going to get this thing a little bit more coordinated. So, anyways, we have quite a few sponsors too that have helped us do this, because this is quite an. I wish we had a camera that can show all the equipment we have. It's probably double what it was last year. We have 2 cameras, 3 cameras now, and we'll probably have more next year. And so I do want to thank all the sponsors that have helped us, and you'll see them scrolling along the way down there too as well. First of all, I would like to thank Foresight Insurance and Financial Services. They'd like to wish everyone a healthy and Merry Christmas and a very prosperous, of course, New Year.
Interesting. Prosperous is a good term for that.
Yeah, especially for them, yes.
Cover Link Insurance, we want to give a shout out to them, where people are more important than a policy.
I'd like to. Wild Child Children's Boutique is another one that I like to thank. This is the store for kids. It's 717 South Main Street here in Bellefontaine. Look for the bright yellow awnings, and it really is bright. And you can probably see even their logo is a bright yellow.
I think they're right across the street from Ron's, right?
Yep.
Can't miss them. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, want to give a shout out to them. Stop by Lee's Famous Recipe for their 12-piece family meal at a great low price, only at Lee's in Bellefontaine.
Now, I do want to remind folks, this is not the Macy Day Parade where we have to look out the window, and it's not uncommon when you do these small town parades, which is going to be pretty large for a small town, but they do go out of order every once in a while.
They do.
And some people don't show up, too.
Yeah.
So it's a real, you know what, doing the Macy Day Parade would be a lot easier than this one, because I have to keep looking to see if it's the right, if they're in the right order. But that's what makes this so much fun, and makes living in a town this size so interesting and fun.
That it is. It's cool just to be a part of the parade, too. Just see everybody from the community, just not even from Bellefontaine, but all around the county come here and hang out and check out the parade going on, because this is part of downtown Bellefontaine's first Fridays event. They'll have a lot of other fun things going on after the parade's all said and done, with some photos with Santa, I believe, as well.
There's all kinds of activities going on around here too. I was back in back of this facility, and they had a nativity scene.
Oh, really?
That's right. You came through the front.
Yep.
Well, they got live animals and people, and it's crazy. And they bring there'll be like a cart of people. They drive them in there, and they stop and they go over the whole Jesus scene, talk about it, and It's pretty cool. And I was doing that, just walking around there. And I know they got food trucks on the other end of town here. They have this, if you hear motor sound, it's this guy in a tractor driving these kids around. He's been doing that since 4 o'clock today. So, and every time I look, he's got a full load. Do you have a shot on that right now? Yeah. That guy's he's going to get dizzy. He's been doing it for so long.
Yeah, he's been going strong for at least an hour, because I got up here about an hour.
Yeah, I was here an hour before that, and he was still doing it. Although I don't think he has lights on it. You can't see very well. But the kids are having a ball.
I just got told that the front of the line for the parade is up by Pizza Hut right now, so they're making their way down here to downtown.
Yep.
So there's more people we'd like to thank here for sponsoring this parade for you tonight. Jamsa Media and Design for all your media and design needs through websites, photography, or digitizing, old film, photos, and VHS. Let them help you refine your design.
So if you bring your DVDs there, or VHS, they'll put it on DVD?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good. I'm learning on these ads myself. Your CBD store where good health hits home. And that's real close to us. Have you?
That is. I have. Yes, I actually bought their morning gummies. I don't remember what exactly they're called, but with my early mornings now, I need something to kind of jolt me with some energy.
Did it work?
I'm still testing it out.
Okay.
It's a trial and error process. Shout out to Bobcat Multiworks, providing many different services such as septic, porta-john rental, excavating, and dumpster rental. They are number one and the number two business.
I love that.
I do too.
I wish I had that one on my list. Jennings, Farley, Funeral Home, and Crematory. Rick Farley's a great guy, and so is Kurt Seeley. They both are there. And that's in South 68 in West Liberty. All inclusive services at one convenient location.
Shout out to Lee's Shoes. Inventory reduction sale continues at Lee's Comfort Shoes. Save now on New Balance, Sass, and Red Wing shoes just in time for Christmas. Lee's Comfort Shoes, 109 North Main, downtown, where fit matters.
Try to get a couple more in here. Life Care Alliance. Life Care Alliance delivers Meals on Wheels, and they need volunteers. So if you're thinking about doing something that's good and you want to help somebody, Meals on Wheels, call 614-444-MEAL. That's 614-444-MEAL to volunteer.
Shout out to the Ohio Caverns, located 15 minutes south of downtown Bellefontaine near West Liberty. They are open 7 days a week, 10 to 4, closed only on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. So we got one more day that they'll be closed. That'll be coming up towards the end of the month. Plan your visit or purchase giftable tour tickets now at ohiocaverns.com.
Yeah, and it's always 55 degrees there.
And it is.
Not just clothes, like new clothes and accessories for the whole family. That's on 142 West Columbus Street, and some of the stuff there is like new. I've been through that store. It's pretty cool.
Interesting. Shout out to Global Organic Alliance, Inc. Betty, I apologize, Betty, if I butcher your last name. Is that Cannonen? Betty Cannonen from Global Organic Alliance, Inc. supports the Downtown Christmas Parade.
We don't Costin? Yeah. Costin Family Practice. Oh, Dr. Art. And welcoming a new doctor, Dr. Brian Schmidt, to the practice, who is now accepting new patients. And Art and the gang wish you a happy holidays to everybody. So, and Art Costin, he's the man. He's my doctor. He's the man.
I don't know if I've ever met Dr. Costin.
Oh, he's a character, and he's a great guy. And he's good. And his son's good, too. He's a doctor there as well.
Well, that's good. Good to hear. Stop. All right, that guy is still going with that traction, man. My goodness.
Busy. That guy looks about, he's got to be 75, 80 years old.
At least, yeah. I mean, he must be used to that. But it looks like the streets are starting to pack more and more out here in downtown Bellefontaine, as we are patiently awaiting the first float to make their way.
Well, the first float you might want to talk about. What is the first float?
Yeah, the first float, again, it's from the Bellefontaine Police Department and the Bellefontaine Citizens Police Academy and the Alumni Association. Doug Walters and Tammy Fowler there. They will be pulling a truck with a trailer. Grinch. The Grinch got loose, and they arrested him again, so he'll be in his jail cell along with McGruff and Safety Pup. That'll be our first float coming our way here soon.
Right, let me see how soon. My job is to look and see, right? I don't see them yet. They're still out at the corner near the Dodge Wealth Advisory. They're not there yet. So, Gary, what do you think? Gary's on the camera, and are we? Do you see movement out there? No.
No movement. All right, we need to get him a little bit of a mic.
No, that won't happen.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Gary would be dangerous with a mic. Well, shout out to Gary, though, for taking time out of his Friday night and being our cameraman here for the downtown Christmas parade. Not only for that, but for football when we were doing football and for Chalk Tech every Wednesday night and when basketball starts soon.
He doesn't know he's going to be doing basketball, too.
We just found out.
Yeah. We're going to put him on all those slow games.
Well, the first game's coming up here in a couple weeks.
2 weeks from tonight, December 16th, right?
Yep, out at Bellefontaine High School, the boys' game. I think they will be playing Jonathan Alder.
Ooh, that'd be a good game.
It will be a good game. I just had the boys up on Chalk Talk over this past week, a couple days ago. I'm going to pull up that schedule and make sure that I am correct with that. Yep, home against Jonathan Alder. That will tip off at 7:30.
7:30. We'll be there 15 minutes early, I think, is what we're doing. And it'll be the same crew we have here.
Yeah, it will be.
And maybe a guest.
I'll have a commentator. Yeah. It'll probably be Russ Hogue.
Oh boy.
Russ Hogue will probably be my commentator, my color commentator for the game, and for most of them.
I don't know how you do this when Gary's giving you hand signals and everything else, and I have no idea.
Sometimes just ignore him until he sends me a text. Like, hey, do this.
I know he's doing all kinds of hands, and Gary, I don't understand. You can't hear it.
There's a buzzing going on in his headset.
Oh, well.
Kind of driving him more wild than he already is.
If you're hearing a buzz on it, please text us. No, they're not. Okay. Oh, boy, we really are trying to make this thing work. I thought they said it wasn't going to be a 20-minute wait here today this year, but
it's about 15 minutes.
Oh, we still got about 5. I figured it takes about 20 minutes to get from the fairgrounds to here.
Well, since we have time to kill, it's the 35th anniversary today of VTech Communications. So let's talk about that.
35 years. That's true.
It's crazy to think that you started that the whole company, at least VTech itself, 35 years ago today.
Yeah, I can't believe it because I wasn't even 35 years old when I started it, and it's changed a lot. My hair's turned gray, but I'm still the same old guy. Maybe a little bit less, probably a lot less. I don't worry about stuff as much anymore as I did when I was 30 years old or 29 or whatever I was back then. But, yeah. And Gary, you were in the service back then, weren't you? Yeah. 35 years ago? Yeah, Gary was in the service.
Yeah, I wasn't a thought 35 years ago.
Yeah, you weren't around either, so go figure. Yeah, and the first day we came, there was snow on the ground, so we're ahead of the game there.
There we are.
I do remember that, because I remember driving up to that station thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? Because it was Chapter 11 and it was a mess. But
yeah.
But again, earlier today I thanked Louise Norris because Louise is the one that set me. She was like my mom, made sure I did the right things and said the right things because I was kind of a wild child from upstate New York.
Yeah.
Lived in Columbus a little bit, and I was. Mayor Vacaria took care of me too as well back then. I think he felt sorry for me.
What's been your most memorable moment these last 35 years?
Well, I know one memorable moment from Mayor Vacario. I got him mad one time, and he says, I'm not going to have anybody plow in front of your radio station. And, because he was selling, I think, Lytel telephone services or something like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy it right away, and sure enough, nothing got plowed.
Oh no.
He was a character. That guy was something else, but we got to be close friends. I did buy Lytel at the time, and I got my front of the station plowed, and all was good. But Dick was very good to me throughout the years for the rest of his life. He was really good to me. So then, and that was pretty cool. But things have changed. Like we didn't have this.
No.
And God, I wish we did, because at least then I had black hair and I looked young. I was young. And then, in fact, I was complaining we didn't have the makeup people come in today. What's the deal, Gary? We didn't have the makeup.
You know,
you're young. You don't. I got all these wrinkles and stuff.
Yeah.
But and we only had 2 stations now. We have the 4 stations. We have this video This is a whole business right here. I mean, you can see all the equipment. It's crazy. Sound entertainment came on. We've done. A shopping show was another major thing that we've done over the years. And now that's digital. And now we're streaming radio. And now we're streaming the video. So many things have happened.
Are they starting to come, Gary? He hears drums. All right, so they're They're inching closer and closer.
Although that doesn't make sense when our first float is the police department. I don't know about the drums, Gary. Are you sure you're not just... Okay.
You hear the siren?
Oh, yeah, they are getting excited. And I'm getting excited, too, because I want to get this thing going because there's some really good things coming up. And, you know, we're in this float, too, WPKL.
Yeah.
I think only PKL. I think the drive stayed home today.
Yeah, the drive stayed home. It's the Christmas station on 98.3 WPKL.
That's right, yes. And Chad will be working that, isn't he?
Yeah, he's driving the float. It looks like they have him listed at 23, so he'll be right around the middle of the pack there.
Now, so what I don't understand is they said no throwing of candy, but they still throw candy. So
yeah, I think they kind of just. I think that's one rule. I think they just kind of throw to the side.
Well, I want to say again, thank you to another sponsor of ours that helped make this possible, and it's Kelly Septic Services. They serve not only Logan County, but all the surrounding counties, and they've been doing that since 1985. In fact, they've done some stuff for us, too, so they're good people.
Another shout out to Quest Federal Credit Union, explore the possibilities, serving member owners in Logan, Hardin, and Wyandotte County since 1969. I think, Lou, we've made it through our first reads of all of them.
No. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just do what I'm told to do by. But at the end of this, we have a scroll, and you can tell who has helped us on this stuff. And Amy Huffman has been a big helper in this. And
she has.
She's done everything for us.
I think the first float, yep, here it is, Lou. The first float is making its way here through downtown Bellefontaine. Again, that is the Bellefontaine Police Department.
Oh, right here. There they go.
Bellefontaine Citizens Police Academy, the Alumni Association. It's their truck they're pulling with the trailer that has the Grinch in his jail cell, along with McGruff and Safety Pup.
There they are. All right. I think it's great that they got the police department involved in this. You know, we're in our town. The Blue are cool.
That they are. Yeah, shout out to Chief Stanley and the BPD.
Yeah, Chief Stanley's a great guy. McGruff, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Chief Stanley's headed up this thing at Lee's Chicken with the Wall of Fame. And we've had our first inauguration inductees not long ago.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. We were streaming it live here on PeakofOhioTV.com.
Yeah, and if you want to watch it again, you can see it. It's archived. Very, very nice presentation.
Speaking of watching things again, once things are wrapped up here, maybe you're out in the parade right now, you want to watch it, you can go back and rewatch this parade once everything is all said and done. Second float here is the Harold Kerr Post 173 Color Guard.
Russ Strayer. He's the guy. He's the man. They're composed of honorably discharged veterans of the U.S. Army, Air Force, and Marines. The Harold Kerr Post 173 Color Guard.
There's the Grinch in his jail cell. And a little bit of Whoville on that truck.
Look at that. That's pretty good. Look at that. Now, you know, these folks spend all day, probably some more than that, probably all week, making these floats. I've seen them as I drove by certain places downtown. Yeah.
Speaking of the Grinch, have you seen them making a horror movie about the Grinch?
Yeah,
oh, my goodness.
That's not going to work.
There's the Bellefontaine Police Department. Chief Fissel.
Andy Fissel, there you go. Is he driving? Yes, he is.
I think he is, yeah.
There's going to be up to 4 trucks. I think they're going to have 4 trucks tonight. Hopefully there's no fires going on.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully they got some backup units out there to go handle that. I always thought, in a sense of when you have things like this and you have your authority people in these parades, what happens if there's a major call? You know what I mean?
I'm sure they got backup. I think that's the ladder truck they talked about.
That the new one?
Yeah, that thing, I mean, I think it can go like 8 stories high, and we don't have anything that high in the
on the ladder, it says 100 feet.
Yeah, well, got to be about 10 floors, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'd love to be driving one of those things and blowing that horn. We're getting all the first,
here's the last, this Tanker 21, should be the last fire truck here in the parade.
First responders are leading up this parade, aren't they?
That they are.
Because right after that, we're going to go right into the Logan County Sheriff's Office. And that should be coming up. Oh, they got another truck. Is that like 4 or 5?
They said up to 4. That might be the 5th.
I think it is the 5th.
Fountain Fire and EMS.
Oh, we got a band coming up here, so I think
The sheriff's office get bumped? Nope, they're right there.
It's a one-car deal with Randall Dodge, and Randy Dodge is driving that. It looks like him.
Yeah, it's Sheriff Randy.
Yep, and right behind him is a Benjamin Logan High School marching band headed up by Miles Bowers, who is a really, really good
He is a
teacher and leader.
Band director.
Yep.
Director. They have a show coming up here in a couple weeks. The Sounds of Christmas. I was out there talking to some of the students, and that'll be coming your way at Benjamin Logan High School on the 13th and the 15th.
How many people do you think he's got in the band right now?
You know, I would probably say
90?
Yeah, 90. My goodness. I like the fact that they have their instruments lit up in Christmas lights.
Yeah, that is good.
The pride of the Raiders.
I wonder if I didn't see Miles, but I'm sure he's there. Miles doesn't miss anything like this. He's probably playing.
Actually, I think I saw him. He was up towards the front.
Was that him up there?
Yeah.
I mean, we did a game or two for Benjamin Logan in football, and their halftime shows are outstanding. They really are.
They really, yeah.
And then you go to the Holland Theater and you see him with his group there too.
Yeah, Miles
he heads up the community band. Is that what he does?
I believe so, yeah.
Well, we did a commencement with him last year, and he was recruiting people there.
That he was.
It's like an Urban Meyer or something. He's recruiting people.
Speaking of Miles, there he is, walking right there.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's hard to recognize Miles because he's half a mile now.
Yep.
He's got really thin. Wow. That is him.
Yeah, he looks great.
Wow.
All right, so behind the Benjamin Logan marching band should be the Logan County Commissioner, Joe Antrim.
Is he riding solo tonight?
It says he's in one vehicle, but it does not say if he's with anybody.
That's nice. That's pretty good. Christmas carols all the way down. You know what? They had all of 90 people there.
Yeah, they do.
Because we're still coming by. These guys put in so much time. These people who play in the band. I never was in the band. I wasn't that good. And I used to watch them. I think, holy cow, they work out as much as we did, and I played the sport.
Oh,
we were
I know.
playing the band for. There's Joe Antrim. Joe's one of the county commissioners, and I believe there's other people in there.
Yeah, someone in the passenger seat. I can't tell who exactly that is.
Is he running this year? Is that why he's got the campaign sign there?
It could just be to let people know who it is.
Yeah. Our commissioners, that's another job that's a thankless job.
Yes, that it is. Up next, looks like we have HTM, Rachel Mincer and Angie Belts. Candy Lane theme, Third Contact, Amy Lump.
Candyland theme. Let's see what this. I'm interested to see what this.
It looks like they're
about.
dressed up as the Candyland game board characters. Saw that princess.
Yeah, this is a high engagement type float here.
It is.
Because I think they went right into the crowd.
I think they did.
Here they are. They're not throwing candy, they're handing out candy.
You gotta have candy if you're from Candyland, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good candy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good float too. That's pretty fun. And next we're gonna have some more first responders coming in following this float. Is this the Candyland float, right?
Yeah, this is the Candyland float. Then we should have Saucy Sal's behind them.
Saucy Cells.
They're number 8.
I've got a different number 8.
I do have a different number 8 than you do.
Well, let's see who's red. I think it might be the Huntsville Fire Department, to tell you the truth.
I think you might be right, because I see some flashing lights.
I think I have the updated...
I think you do, too.
Well, like I said, these guys put a lot of time in. I met with Mickey about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I know they've been working on it for several weeks before that. And they're taking notes on how to make this better next year. We're hoping to get a guy on the ground there. We're gonna. What do they call those guys? Man on the street?
Yeah, man on the street, sideline reporter.
Yeah, we can get a man on the street to ask questions. How do you think we're doing? That kind of question. Yeah. But anyway, that's the Huntsville Fire Department, and Tim Jenkins is driving that truck, the fire truck from Huntsville.
He's fire chief out there in Huntsville as well.
Mm-hmm. He does it all.
That he does.
Now look at us. I'm doing this. Times are tough. Is this Citizens Federal Savings and Loan?
You are correct. That is Citizens Federal Savings and Loan coming down.
Listen, Messner's heading up that group. Where's that? A trailer?
Red Radio Flyer Wagon.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it is. There you go. I have to remind folks, we're a little bit higher up here, and we don't have the same view as probably you do because the camera's at a better view than we have.
Looks like next we got
Dance Fusion.
Yep, Dance Fusion there. All the kids from the Dance Fusion studio.
It's Amber Falk, by the way. Amber Falk. Dancing, tumbling, cheer, acrobatics, baton, fitness classes for anyone ages 6 months.
Oh, wow.
To about 6 months. I have a granddaughter that's not much older than that, and I don't know if they can do it.
Right?
Just to get out a ball and they roll them, Jamboree type.
Logan County Electric Cooperative.
Michael Wilson.
Oh my goodness, look at all the characters they got on top of the truck.
That's the Paw Patrol.
I thought that looked like Marshall and Chase there from Paw Patrol. Why I know this, I don't know, but I
don't know. Well, you're young and you better watch it. Well, we're moving along pretty quickly because the Splendid Marina is coming by as we're speaking here, and they're in one of those pontoons. I used to have one of them pontoons from Splendid Day. There you go.
I think we should rent one, Lou, for a summer party for the station. Yeah. I think that'd be fun.
The last time we did that was not a very good day.
Okay, maybe not then.
My two jet skis crashed each other.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Here comes Rise FM, and is that Mark Boyer driving? Yeah, it is Mark.
Playing some music there from Rise FM on top of their company car.
Yes, and they're playing a different version of Drummer Boy.
The Ohio Caverns.
That's open 7 days a week. Did you know that?
That they are. There's only 2 times they're closed. That's Thanksgiving and on Christmas Day.
Well, you can visit anytime except Thanksgiving and Christmas Day for a tour. Tour gift cards can be bought at the shop they have there, which is really amazing. They also have a rock and gift shop for great gifts. Happy holidays from the Ohio Caverns. Oh, St. Patrick Church should be next.
That they are there in their pickup truck.
Yeah, the St. Patrick Church pickup truck.
That's a holier than thou pickup truck.
That's right.
It's a Ram. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they watch. Yellowstone.
I guess so.
And right behind them, to keep this Catholic theme going, we have the St. Patrick's Knights of Columbus. And
it's like they have a color guard.
Marching, passing out candy. Let's see if... Oh, there it is. No, that's not him.
Maybe they flip, because there's some people passing out candy in front.
There's a guy taking video, too. I don't know if he's in the float or not. See him?
I do, yeah.
I'm not quite... I don't know what that is. But I believe if it should be Ohio Ready Mix, and if they have what they had last year, it's a humongous truck. We'll probably be eye level with us.
Probably.
Oh boy, I hear it. It's coming.
It's all lit up in Christmas lights. That looks pretty cool.
You see it? Oh yeah.
And it looks like they're blowing fake snow. I thought I saw some stuff flying out. That is pretty cool.
I don't know how they're doing that. That's pretty neat too, yeah.
I wonder how long it took to decorate that truck.
Well, we knew what was going on. We know what's going on in Ohio Ready Mix today.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, we can't deliver today. We're decorating. The Ohio Ready Mix truck. That is pretty cool. I bet you that took more than a day to do too.
Probably.
Well, the next float, is that the person who's videotaping him as he's taking selfies or something?
I think so. If not, that's Ohio Limo.
Oh, yeah, that must have been that guy. Jan Miller. Huh. I don't know. From Ohio Limo. And they got a... That is cool. Can you see it?
Yeah. Hearing more.
I love these parades. These parades in these small towns are great. They're better than the big towns.
That they are.
And as you can see, the crowds are, 4 or 5 deep now.
Oh, yeah.
And over here, I don't know if Gary's got a view of that, but there's like 7 people deep.
Yeah, across the street there on Main Street. My goodness.
Solid people all the way to the stores. Hopefully they're going into the stores after this parade. Spartan Ash, is this what we got coming up?
Yep, Spartan Ash.
In the semi-cab.
Trudy Brown and Travis Grow from Spartan Ash in the parade this year.
Yeah, this guy's just handing out candies too, and that's good. These kids in the front row are getting taken care of, I'll tell you.
We got another Candy Lane theme float. This one from Richwood Bank and Elizabeth Mathis.
Richwood Bank. You know, they have a coffee shop in that place. That is amazing, with a barista and everything.
I also know they do what? Celebrity, like, quote, celebrity guest baristas?
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool to do.
Yeah, they do that. And it's really neat because you can just go in there and sit down. Like,
yeah.
It's a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Within the
Here comes our...
There we go. There's Chad Wilkinson driving the PKO Christmas Station van. Look at Chad.
I remember last year when we were at
That's
the
pretty
parade.
good.
He threw one of the sound entertainment speakers up on top and was blaring some Christmas music.
Yeah, it's kind of windy today, and they canceled a few things. CRSI is following the Christmas station, Mary Fogel, and CRSI handicapped van decorated. That's one of their handicapped vans.
And Mary Fogel does a lot of great stuff there with CRSI. Next up should be RTC Services, correct?
Yes, that's where we have time to read. She should be coming along here.
Says they have 3 vehicles. RTC Services is a local nonprofit that provides disability services and public transportation. Bobtail driven by Brittany Guthrie's, GMC business truck driven by Todd Shreve, and the Peak Propane is locally owned. Nope, that's the wrong one. Peak Propane.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to thank, while we have a moment, I want to thank Global Alliance, Global Organic Alliance, Betty Kenneman from Global Organic Alliance, Inc. supports the Downtown Christmas Parade, and she supported us in order to do this parade, so I want to thank her as well personally.
I want to give a shout out to Foresight Insurance and Financial Services. They'd like to wish everyone a healthy and Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year.
I think I want to do one more thank you before we go on to the next float. I want to thank Quest Federal Credit Union for supporting this parade. Explore the possibilities, serving member owners in Logan, Hardin, and Wyandotte County since 1969.
So they just opened a new Quest in at the lake.
Yeah, at the lake. Quest is
very nice. Very nice building.
And you know, what I like about some of these organizations, including Quest, same people there for years and years. They get to know you. I know it's like that at Citizens as well, and Richwood's getting to be that way too. The same folks. I think it's pretty good. It's a sign of good management. It's a sign of a good company, and it makes the customers feel.
It does.
Yeah. So
makes you feel more like a person than just a number, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I think we should be ready for the next float.
I don't know what the delay is right now.
Well, maybe we're not ready for the next float. I don't know what happened there.
I'm not too sure. Well, while we still have a little break in the action, want to give a shout out to Wild Child Children's Boutique, the store just for kids, 717 South Main Street here in Bellefontaine. Look for the bright yellow awnings.
Oh yeah, Wild Child. That's a pretty good place too, and it's right over down the street here.
Yep, down the street, right across from Ron's. Got a lot of great clothing items for kids, boys and girls. Could be a good place to get some Christmas stuff for the kiddos this year.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm out of stuff.
Another shout out to Bobcat Multiworks, providing many different services such as septic, porta-john rental, excavating, and dumpster rental.
Right there. So what do you think? Gary, check it out. What's happening? They just stopped the parade as halftime or something? Union break, I hear.
Union break?
Yeah. Well, we're just about halfway through the parade, so maybe they are taking some kind of a stoppage of take a break or something. Or maybe the Grinch jumped out and they can't find him. Well, I'm telling you, the fans are getting a little restless here because they are just starting to fill in the street. And Chad told me that sometimes it's difficult when they start doing this and they clog the streets up and you have to keep going. And he says you're like almost hitting people driving through that. He told me that last year, and I can see now that what he was talking about because it's starting to get filled up. The street is starting to get filled up.
I'm glad he's the one driving. I don't know if I'd have the, I don't know what the word is, courage to drive through it.
Well, I remember back in 35 years ago, when we did this, we had a milk truck.
Oh, wow.
And I got it because I thought it was cool, and then none of the kids we hired they wanted to drive it. So I ended up driving. It was a stick shift. And
oh, wow.
So we would have I'd pack it, the back load with kids, and back then we didn't have to have seatbelts, I guess. I didn't worry about it. They all just stood back there. We had the thing open, and we're all waving, throwing things out. A lot of fun. We've got people looking at us.
We do, yeah.
I think they're getting bored because they're starting to wave to us up in the second floor.
Gary, zoom in on those kids. Get them on TV, as long as they're not throwing up gang signs or whatever.
Hey, we're on TV. YouTube.
Well, we are on YouTube.
Yeah, we are on YouTube, and we're on our Facebook page, and that would be 107.3 The Drive's Facebook, 98.3 WPKO's Facebook, and our main page is PeakofOhioTV.com.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're on YouTube as well. So there's a lot of distributions places that you can watch this.
That there is, and don't forget any of our previous live streams. You can go back and rewatch at PeakofOhioTV.com as they are all archived there or on our YouTube page as well.
I know you're like a star now. You're on every one of those.
I know, yeah.
Ever since we started this Chalk Talk with this TV streaming, you've been the host, and it's been good.
Yeah, Gary did he had a great idea in switching up our shots with Chalk Talk. The camera doesn't add 10 pounds to me anymore, as it looked like it used to. So I appreciate that, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah, we got some other ideas we're going to be putting in. If you know me, and you do, we're going to keep evolving and evolving. Next year we'll have probably a whole staff more of people on the street doing things out there, and I'm excited about some of the ideas we have planned. We just bought another monitor for Gary so he can, because Gary's getting old and he can't look at the screens anymore. Yeah. So we got another. That's a new thing, and we added another camera, another camera that you're watching us on since last year as well. And we're going to do some other things too as well. Like I said, basketball. We did about 4 games last year. We're going to do at least 6. We're going to do 3 women's. Then we're going to give a shot at baseball. Baseball's tough in Ohio because
the weather
snows.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that. But we're going to give some of these new things like volleyball next year. We did soccer.
Yeah, we did 1 soccer game this year for Bellefontaine.
2 soccer.
2 soccer. Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll do probably. I might try wrestling. I'm not sure. There's a girls' wrestling tournament in Bellefontaine that I heard is supposed to be pretty good, and that's in January, I believe. And I'm interested in that. I used to be a wrestling coach, but the girls' wrestling really intrigues me because that was not allowed when I was coaching.
Yeah, and Bellefontaine's seen some great talent go through their girls wrestling program. Brittany Hyatt, the head coach of the girls team now. Bellefontaine does have an all-girls team. I believe Indian Lake now has enough to have a girls team as well.
Yes. Yeah, I believe
so that's pretty cool to see how much women's wrestling, girls wrestling has grown in the state of Ohio for high school girls. So that's pretty awesome to see.
They're going to have a state tournament too, so they have to have a certain number of schools that participate in order to do that. So evidently there's quite a few schools.
So with that being a thing, they also made men's volleyball or boys volleyball as well. As a sport in the OHSAA. So I'm not sure if any of our local schools have picked it up. I think Calvary might be the lone one that has boys volleyball.
Yeah, Bellefontaine isn't going to have it? I thought Bellefontaine was having it.
They may have it. I'm not too sure. I haven't really heard much. My source there, Mr. Bill Tipple, hasn't really gave me the inside scoop yet. So,
yeah, Bill's been great. Bill still works with us.
Yeah.
He's done football games, and he's also... He'll be at our Christmas party. He's still will. So I don't know. He's got the best of both worlds. He's working for the school, and he's working for us.
Hey, he's somewhere down there on the streets. He's waiting for the Pride of the Chiefs marching band to make their way. They were, last I looked on the list, they were second to last. And there's still no movement right now on Main Street.
Is there a parade going on anymore? Yeah, this is the first time we've had this happen. Usually this happens in the beginning.
Yes.
And now we're having it happen right smack in the middle. There you get any? We're looking at our info, our intel. You find anything out? We're trying to discover what's going on.
Come on, Gary. You're not on camera. You're able to do this.
Oh, we still got the parade will continue soon. We hope.
Yeah, we hope. We hope. Well, while we have time, let's go over some more.
Wait a minute. No, wait. All of a sudden,
There's RTC.
they're creeping up on us. I think they ran out of gas.
That might have been it.
RTC. What do you got for RTC?
Looks like they got a couple vans out there. Actually, 3 vehicles RTC should have. They're a local nonprofit that provides disability services and public transportation.
Well, Gary, we all make mistakes. Gary forgot the day off the slide that says continue. Well, it was true. We were
in a pause. We were in a pause, that's for sure.
Peak propane. I'm not familiar with peak propane.
Peak propane.
I'm popping those P's there.
They're a locally owned business servicing Logan and surrounding counties. Owners Patrick and Jenna James of Bellefontaine.
You know, we do business with them, but they had a different name before. I believe.
RTC still coming?
It's still RTC, huh? Yeah. Well, peak propane is behind them. You know, it's interesting too. We have these sheets, as you probably have seen us reading off of, but they're not that accurate.
No.
They kind of give us an outline of what's happening. Yeah, now we're going. Peak propane is coming up right now.
Wow, look at all the lights on that truck.
Peak propane. You know, everything was the top of Ohio 35 years ago, and now, I don't know, since we call it the peak of Ohio, I don't know, maybe we had some influence on all these peaks.
Maybe, as long as you trademarked it, right?
Yeah, it's a peak. There's peak propane. Holy moly, that took a while, too, to do, I would imagine.
For sure.
That's a giant propane tank.
Looks like got some garland on the back, too.
It's a cool logo they have.
It is. It really is.
Children of God, they should be coming up here.
They should be coming up here soon.
And that's Renee Price, one of my neighbors. Renee's doing the Children of God. I'm interested in see what they're going to have.
I think they're walking. It says they have walkers.
Yeah, here they come. Yep. Gotta make sure Gary doesn't fall asleep, and he says he's got the camera working because there you go. That'll wake him up. Children of God, they're coming right behind Peak Propane. You could tell how windy it is because those young people holding that banner are ready to fly away. If you can see them as they come walking by.
Yeah, it's a bit breezy out there.
Yeah, it was like eye level just a second ago. There it goes. It's going up again.
Next up here should be A1 Painting and Drywall. Steve Zirkle.
Oh, my goodness.
Entering their show vehicle Hummer H2.
Knowing Steve like I do, I am not surprised that he has a Hummer H2.
That doesn't look like a Hummer. It looks like a big old pickup truck. That might be the Children of God. That might be more of them.
More Children of God. Yeah, that would make sense. Although they did say they were going to be walking.
That they did, yes.
And it looks like most of the children are not walking.
There's some behind it. Yeah. Tag it along.
Those are the ones that got shut out, like musical chairs.
There's the Hummer.
Steve Zirkle. He's the one who told me that I asked him how cold does it have to be before he stops painting. He says, what did he tell me? It was like below 50 degrees, there's no painting by me. He goes to Florida. Golfs.
Makes sense.
No painter.
Coming up next should be the Logan County ODOT.
Yeah, they're going to have a couple snow plows and getting ready for this winter. They might have had used that already. I think we've had. I don't know if they plowed that day or not.
I think I saw some of their trucks out while they were doing it.
Yeah, I think on the highway too. And knowing ODOT, they were doing. Ooh. Yeah, that's an ODOT. That's a big one. They're ready.
That they are.
And that is clean. They're ready to go.
By the end of the winter season, that truck will be all dirty.
Yeah. Next, we'll have Mary Rutan Hospital, Tammy Brookhammer. They have a couple trucks themselves. They got, man, there's 2 snowplows. Well, I tell you what, that's a great thing to have. That really did clear out it did. The fans that are watching this parade, because those are bad trucks.
I would not want to get hit by one of those. This should be Mary Rutan. My goodness, look at that sign.
Billboard, yeah.
That it is. The Global Center for Women and Children. It's opening. Actually, it should have opened now. It's opening November 2022.
That's Mandy Goebel. That's pretty cool. They named that after her. While she's still young.
Yes. You don't get a lot of those things being named after unfortunately you pass.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty cool. And she's got many more years of life because she's pretty young. Jacob Estes for Judge. He's in a convertible. That can't be him there.
I don't know.
I don't know. Mary Rutan would have.
There's a convertible there.
Would that be Mary Rutan still?
It could be. It could be.
Because of the children and the women. The global thing. So, yeah.
It was either that or the Santa Paws is coming to town. No. It said 18-foot trailer with walker, so that could have been them. They could have flip-flopped. But
this is Jacob Estes.
Yes, there's Jacob Estes. I doubt he's driving. I would say he is in the passenger seat.
Yes. I know Jacob. That is him.
Looks like he has a puppy on his lap, too.
I don't know the significance of that, but he does.
I just see dogs and I point them out. Like, there's dogs right there. There's the Santa Paws is coming to town.
Santa Paws.
Oh, my goodness. Look at all those puppies.
That's Robin Tomanello. 18-foot trailer with walkers. Well, there's not many walkers. Most of them are on a trailer with the dogs.
Oh, they're tagging behind right there.
Yeah, there's the walkers. Oh, yeah, I see them. There's more dogs coming, and they got them all lit.
That's awesome.
That looks like my old Gucci. Looks like a pit bull from here.
That does kind of look like a pit bull.
Santa Paws. That's pretty good, though.
Extending the branch, Kristen Lewis, trailer LGBTQ educational nonprofit group.
Where's the plus? Is it an LGBTQ plus?
I think so, technically, yeah. I think there's a plus because there's a lot more letters that go onto it. It's awesome to see them out there. Pretty awesome float.
Branch.
And behind them should be, speaking of branch, the Olive Tree Gay Bar with Tyler Berry.
That's another trailer with walkers. Look at that.
That a snowmobile? Very festive there for the Olive Tree. Awesome to see them in the parade as well.
Well, moving on, we have the Logan County Veterans Services with Dale Morgan Jr. in the van. I'll be down. Yeah.
Up next, behind the Logan County Veterans Services, is Crystal Welsh with Crystal Welsh for Judge. Got a big old snowman in the back of that truck bed. Great lights wrapped
it's interesting
around.
They're doing this now because we don't have to vote for.
Right, yeah.
We'll see Herschel Walker come down here. Well, the First Christian Church is following up with Crystal Welsh, and that's Beth Ramsey. She's in a John Deere tractor with trailer. There you go.
Got someone reading something, it sounds like, or it's a recorded scripture reading.
Yeah, it is recorded scripture.
We got more.
Yeah, this one is going to be another first responder.
Mm-hmm. That is Robinall EMS LLC, Brody Robinall, with 2 ambulances in the parade.
I believe they own that store over there too. I don't recall the name of it, but I'm pretty sure they do. That new store that opened, and they're going right by it right now. The Robinalls. That's a little kid saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's so cool, and they got these little kids involved as well.
Trial Life Troop Ohio 1613, Eric Tainer. We got the troop marching with 20 to 25 people out there.
They got all of that.
Most of them are kids, maybe half.
About 25 people. Yep. Oh, David Royer Realty, but it's now owned by Bryn Daring Stewart. But David's probably out there.
He probably is. Yeah.
No, David, the owner. She's out there.
Yeah.
The Royer Realty Cube. Okay, David's gonna have to outdo me on this one. She had a truck, we get a truck. Now she's got a cube.
Is it like a box car?
I would imagine it's called a cube. Isn't that the what brand does that? I'm not.
It is a cube. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the cube. Who makes? Isn't that a? I can't remember. I should know that, but I don't
know.
Davis said she wanted a Hallmark Christmas. She said that to some people here earlier. She's got to be happy with this. This is the closest you're going to get to Hallmark.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Bryn's driving, it looks like. That is pretty cool.
Behind them, we got the Family Chiropractic Center, Dr. Scott Cayetan. We got trailer with Santa's favorite toys, Buzz, Woody, Bo Peep, and the Roundup Gang. And there they are from Toy Story. We got Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep.
That's Family Chiropractic Center.
Mm-hmm. Family Chiropractic. Then we got Gnome Sweet Gnomes.
Gnome Sweet Gnomes. Jay Monteith. Children dressed as gnomes riding in a VTV.
What is a VTV? I guess that's a little contraption there. That looks pretty cool.
That's a VTV?
No, it's up here. Like a...
Oh, yeah, I see it. That's pretty cool. That is neat.
Logan County Fair royalty passing by right now as well.
I heard a band. I got a feeling that's a Bellefontaine marching band.
Yes, sir.
Making some noise, but they're going to be funded here by the Liberty National Bank, which has got a new name now, Middlefield Bank.
Kelly Hoffman, a part of that. She's the branch manager for the Bellefontaine location.
Yeah, it's now called Middlefield Bank.
Middlefield Bank. And here comes the pride of the Chiefs, the Bellefontaine High School Marching Band, their band director, Jeremy Craig.
Jeremy Carg, and he does a great job as well. I see Jeremy right there.
Leading the way there is Jeremy. It looks like he has some people telling him to kind of get back a little bit as the Bellefontaine Marching Band is taking up almost the entirety of Main Street.
Wow.
If only they had how many they had in there.
If the other one's at 90, well, it's they're a little more crunched. Oh, there's got to be at least 80 of them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And last but not least here, Lou, we got Bobcat Multiworks.
Oh, yeah.
Moody. And guess who is on this float? The big man himself. It is Santa Claus.
Wow, that is a neat. What is that? The top looks pretty cool. It looks like a flag of some kind.
I think it is a flag, yes.
There's Santa and Mrs. Santa.
And Mrs. Claus there as well. Looks like they got an elf behind them. Got the tree lit up with presents underneath and people throwing out...
I'm glad they got a Mrs. Claus. She gets no credit.
No, never. And I was watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade towards the end when they had Mariah Carey sing her hit song, and then Santa was coming. They were all showing Santa and Mariah just kind of locking eyes and eyes, and Mrs. Claus was just kind of left to the wayside. It was kind of sad. It's kind of sad. So I'm glad to see Mrs. Claus now getting all the love and attention she deserves here in the downtown Bellefontaine Hometown Christmas Parade.
I wanted to have a shout out to the family, Costin Family Practice. they're going to have a new doctor. I can't wait to meet Dr. Brian Schmidt. And he's now accepting new patients. And, of course, Art, Scott, and the rest of the crew down there wish everybody a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well. So I'll be seeing them pretty soon. I'll give them our best. They're a great group. And also another one that's a really good friend of mine, too, is Lee's Shoes, Jack Reeser. He's got an inventory reduction sale continuing at Lee's Comfort Shoes. He said to me to make sure I say save on New Balance, SAS, and Red Wing shoes just in time for Christmas. Lee's Comfort Shoes, 109 North Main Street here in downtown, where fit matters.
And that it does. Fit matters. They take care of you there at Lee's Shoes.
So it's been a really good turnout. The weather lasted, no rain. I mean, the windows are open. I don't even have a coat on this year. It's pretty good.
Yeah. The weather turned out perfectly for this parade, for all the festivities going on here in downtown Bellefontaine. I think that does it for us here tonight, Lou.
Yeah, and if you're watching this and you see in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen all the sponsors, go up to them when you see them in the next few months or weeks or whatever and say, hey, thank you for supporting a local activity, because things like this is what really makes living in a smaller community so cool and so neat. And it's you hear about all these bad things that happen here. We have our issues, but it's pretty good. It's pretty safe. It's pretty good place to raise your kids, and it's things like this because there's activities going on now for another hour or two, and we can't forget the Dora they have once every Friday or every once a month.
Yeah, right? The first part of the first Friday things, they have the big Dora thing going on where it's you're allowed to have a drink outside in a
within a confined area.
Yep, confined area.
So, and I do want to. I wish I knew who that guy was driving around, because I think he's loading up again.
Oh my goodness,
this guy's working hard.
Yeah, he is. Hopefully, he's getting his money's worth.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to thank Gary and you as well, Tyler, and all the folks that helped make this happen. We have Chad did a lot of work on this. Amy did a lot of work on this, and all our salespeople. We had scores of them that were working on this for the last few weeks. I want to say thank you, and Jay-Z and who else?
Randy.
Randy Kahn. Yeah, Randy Kahn delivered our some of our equipment to us, and I want to thank them. And from Gary and Tyler and myself, Lou Vito, I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. What do you think?
Yeah, hopefully you and your family have a great one and enjoy the holiday season as it's here, because we all know it's going to fly by pretty quickly, and we'll be back to the city grind of getting back to here next year.
We'll be here. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.